The Sun Also Rises is a 1926 novel by American Ernest Hemingway that portrays American and British expatriates who travel from Paris to the Festival of San Fermin in Pamplona to watch the running of the bulls and the bullfights. An early and enduring modernist novel, it received mixed reviews upon publication. However, Hemingway biographer Jeffrey Myers writes that it is now recognized as Hemingway's greatest work, and Hemingway scholar Linda Wagner Martin calls it his most important novel. The novel was published in the United States in October 1926 by Scribner's. A year later, Jonathan Cape published the novel in London under the title Fiesta. It remains in print. The basis for the novel was Hemingway's trip to Spain in 1925. The novel is a Roman art-left. The characters are based on real people in Hemingway's circle, and the action is based on real events. Hemingway presents his notion that the lost generation, considered to have been decadent, dissolute, and irretrievably damaged by World War I, was in fact resilient and strong. Hemingway investigates the themes of love and death, the revivifying power of nature, and the concept of masculinity. Plot summary. On the surface, the novel is a love story between the protagonist, Jake Barnes, a man whose war wound has made him unable to have sex, and the promiscuous divorcee, usually identified as Lady Brett Ashley. Barnes is an expatriate American journalist living in Paris, while Brett is a twice-divorced English woman with bobbed hair and numerous love affairs, and embodies the new sexual freedom of the 1920s. Brett's affair with Robert Cohen causes Jake to be upset and break off his friendship with Cohen. Her seduction of the 19-year-old matador Romero causes Jake to lose his good reputation among the Spaniards in Pamplona. Book 1 is set in the café society of young American expatriates in Paris. In the opening scenes, Jake plays tennis with his college friend Robert Cohen, picks up a prostitute, Georgette, and runs into Brett and Count Mipippolis in a nightclub. Later, Brett tells Jake she loves him, but they both know that they have no chance at a stable relationship. In Book 2, Jake is joined by Bill Gorton, recently arrived from New York, and Brett's fiancé Mike Campbell, who arrives from Scotland. Jake and Bill travel south and meet Robert Cohen at Bayonne for a fishing trip in the hills northeast of Pamplona. Instead of fishing, Cohen stays in Pamplona to wait for the overdue Brett and Mike. Cohen had an affair with Brett a few weeks earlier and still feels possessive of her despite her engagement to Mike. After Jake and Bill enjoy 5 days of fishing the streams near Bourguete, they rejoin the group in Pamplona. All begin to drink heavily. Cohen is resented by the others, who taunt him with anti-Semitic remarks. During the fiesta, the characters drink, eat, watch the running of the bulls, attend bullfights, and bicker with each other. Jake introduces Brett to the 19-year-old matador Romero at the Hotel Montoya. She is smitten with him and seduces him. The jealous tension among the men builds. Jake, Campbell, Cohen, and Romero each want Brett. Cohen, who had been a champion boxer in college, has a fist fight with Jake and Mike, and another with Romero, whom he beats up. Despite his injuries, Romero continues to perform brilliantly in the bullring. Book 3 shows the characters in the aftermath of the fiesta. Sober again, they leave Pamplona. Bill returns to Paris. Mike stays in Bayonne, and Jake goes to San Sebastian on the northern coast of Spain. As Jake is about to return to Paris, he receives a telegram from Brett asking for help. She had gone to Madrid with Romero. He finds her there in a cheap hotel, without money, and without Romero. She announces she has decided to go back to Mike. The novel ends with Jake and Brett in a taxi speaking of the things that might have been. End of the summary. Thank you.